Hello, Leo. Welcome to your weekly reading for January 5th to the 11th. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to jump right in. Blue asterisk. Always the best aspects of the week, and you're coming out of an amazing full moon in Cancer. And I know I dropped these forecasts a little bit before the week begins, so some of y'all may be experiencing it right now. We're moving into it. Listen, it's a full moon that's conjuncting Jupiter. It's amazing. It is in your 12th house, so there's probably a lot of things happening behind the scenes for you. You got to clear the air with a lot of circumstances. You saw what you needed to see. You maybe closed some doors, some chapters, maybe let out a good cry, but a good one, right? But the biggest thing is you did say bye-bye to 2025. It's official. 2025 is gone. Welcome to 2026. And you're ready for some serious growth because you're in Capricorn season. You got a job to do. Locking in your legacy, okay, with structure and discipline and ownership, okay? There is a high level of being real with yourself. That's because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn and grounded in what's real. It is not dreamer energy. There is no clicking heels. If you're in Kansas, you're in Kansas, okay? Capricorn is doer energy. It's all about the gains and the outcome and the strong finish. And it rules your 6th house. You're about to get really busy. If you haven't felt it yet, you're going to feel it this week. The 6th house is your daily routines. It's work. It's your work environment, colleagues, employees, things like that, right? Paperwork. It's also health. It's how you take care of yourself, how you take care of your body. It's your lifestyle. So there's a lot that you're putting into order because, you've got Mercury, Venus, the Sun, and an exalted Mars all here traveling together. They're conjuncting. Yeah, they're merging their energies this entire week, meaning you're going to be proactive. You're going to be practical and pragmatic and professional, prioritizing all the words, okay? You're going to walk the walk. You're going to talk the talk. Again, especially with you changing things up in your daily routines, work is going to be a really big highlight, all right? And because Capricorn is all about achievements, this would be a great week where at some point you do take a step back and you say, wow, I did that. I got that promotion. I passed the bar. I got booked on The Bachelor. It's all about your long-term goals, okay? So you will be immersed this week in that with the ultra rare triple kazimi with the Sun, Venus, and Mars starting on Tuesday, January 6th. And I talk about these kazimis a lot more in your January forecast. I'm not going to repeat the same information here, and it's all there from last week, but this is big with the Sun conjunct Venus. You got a Venus kazimi 16 degrees. You're going to have it again at the end of this year twice, okay? We only get it once, but we have a Venus retrograde. And that's going to be very interesting. Remember, the last one was in your sign. But how crazy is it to think at the end of this year, it feels so far away, right? But remember, this is a reborn Venus. All her powers at maximum. She is bursting with charm and magnetism. And therefore, you will too when it comes to work, when it comes to your routines and, again, health, a big thing here. You could meet someone at the gym or at the doctor's office. It's like that kind of energy, all right? Attracting everything or anyone that you desire, but in a structured way regarding relationships and creative projects and work and the way you do business. Venus is money and your values. It's all about finding the beauty in all things. So this is a great time to really absorb that energy. It's a great time to go on a date, to network, to negotiate. It is your 6th house, to really, get that, teeth checkup, right? Whatever you need to do, but just make sure you use this, right? I think the most important takeaway is that Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, who is Kronos. He's father time, and Venus is your values. So with a reborn Venus, make it abundantly clear to yourself, what is worth my time? And is it being honored? Yeah. Okay. I'm glad we had that chat. And actually, the moon will be in Virgo. Oof. It's going to trine Juno at Capricorn. You got money stuff happening. We'll talk about it in the second spread. Now, January 7th on Wednesday, you got Venus conjunct Mars, 18 degrees. Remember, Venus, Mars, and the Sun, your ruler, they're still all at that same degree, moving from 17 to 18 together. Yeah, they are arm in arm. So this conjunction of Venus and Mars will feel like a cannon to the kazimis. And listen, Venus conjunct Mars, it's highly intimate and intense. It's applesauce. It has everything to do with your desires and your passions, okay? You got romantic, creative, sensual, all of that, all rolled into one. It's off the Richter scale. But again, this is your sixth house. What do you want to do? What do you feel passionate about? Venus is reborn. You have a exalted Mars. This is momentum on your journey, your long-term goals. So please use this. At the very least, be social. Network if you're looking for a new job or a new profession, or if you're looking for a new doctor or vet. Sixth house does rule pets, domestic animals. So take that inspired action. Okay, apply for that job on the moon base. Yeah, you know how to fly a spaceship. Anyway, you do miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right? So we didn't have this last year. Please use it. Take advantage of this. And with that said, the moon will conjunct the South Node. You're going to have the Virgo moon really connecting, all right, this week. And as you know, that's the South Node in Virgo, right? It can be draining. It's karmic. It's old patterns that may resurface. We will talk about it in the second spread. And it will trine, by the way, the kazimi. And Capricorn, like, there's some of y'all are definitely adjusting jobs and maybe even picking up a side hustle. We'll talk about it in the second spread. All right. Now, Thursday, January 8th, you got Mercury sextile the North Node in Pisces, trying the South Node in Virgo. Again, that Virgo moon is very active this week. But with Mercury in Capricorn, that's great. You're strategic. Your words are going to carry weight. They're going to stick. All this really matters because it's with the nodes of fate. You could have a conversation or an idea or, an elevator pitch, anything that is destined for you, that's fated. You could make a life-changing decision around this time. You could hear really good news. You could receive messages. There's truly something here. Because remember, this is back-to-back with Venus and the Sun and Mars, all connecting with the nodes, all negotiating about your future, okay? And yes, the moon in Virgo will trine Uranus in your 10th house of career. So you really, you're going to feel that, you're going to feel this momentum and you're going to want change. If you are a cross watcher, by the way, if you do watch for your rising or your moon or for your sister, Gloria, or your best friend, Gladys, doesn't matter. Capricorn, Pisces, Virgo, Gemini will feel this sextile the most. Remember, sextiles are windows of opportunity, all right? And if you know your natal chart, if you have any planets 9 to 11 degrees in any of those signs, well, you would feel it the most. Welcome to your destiny. Friday, January 9th, you've got a Mars kazimi, 19 degrees. So this is very interesting. It's potent AF. The last time we had a Mars kazimi, when the Sun conjuncted Mars, was November 18th, 2023. in Scorpio. You can think about what happened for you around home and family. Did you move? Did someone move in? Did you buy property? The bigger picture here is that we're thinking about Mars's journey the past 2 years, the last time he met up with the sun, okay? He's been having aspect after aspect, going through these long retrogrades and signs he doesn't do well and signs that he does not even like. He's got nothing in the tank until now. He's charged up, getting 1,000% of his power, basking in that sun, right? This exalted Mars being reborn, this is a rush of adrenaline you're going to feel, and it is a 2-year cycle, all right? So you're going to see this play out. It's in Capricorn, where Mars does his best. He's in warrior mode. You're going to feel valiant and heroic and plucky. This is your 6th house. So there's definitely something here with your everyday activities. You're about to feel a big shift, okay? Work, you're going to feel a big shift. It's even, by the way, if you are watching for your sun sign, and I say this all the time, sometimes these aspects have nothing to do with you. So it could be maybe a boss that leaves and you're next in line. Things like that. There will be changes, okay? But use this toward your long-term goals, all right? This is the sun and Mars. This is your ruler with a perfected Mars. They're going to conjunct all the way to January 18th. Remember that. This is just the day of the perfection, all right? The strongest peak of this energy. And therefore, all week, and even the next week, you got Mars, who is drive and physicality and libido and ambition, really charged up, meaning he can also be very competitive and impatient and aggressive. So sure, yeah, you feel free to karate kick the water cooler out the office window if that's on your list of achievements. But just remember, Capricorn rules your reputation, all right? So channel this energy constructively. Go make things happen. Start a new project. This is your 6th house. This is you get new clients. This is you getting new assignments. This is all work stuff, okay? But again, your everyday activities. So go get a dog. Yeah. Start a band. Start a cover band of the Goo Goo Dolls. Venus actually softens the edges here, but it still is a lot of energy to exert. Please use this, okay? That reality that you're creating for yourself, oh, go create. This is your time, all right? Now, cross watchers, it will be the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Now, I am going to throw in the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Pisces will feel this the most. Leo. I'm just joking. Leo. Anyway, what? But I'm talking about the Venus kazimi, the Mars kazimi, the, conjunction with Venus and Mars. Now, if you know your chart, your natal chart, if you have any planets 16 to 20 degrees in any of those signs, well, those planets are going to be aspected. You would feel it the most. I actually like Leo. Leo. Over the weekend, you are going to have the Sun, Venus, and Mars opposite Jupiter, 20 degrees. So you're going to feel this really strongly on Saturday. Yeah, it's 3 versus 1, right? And it is on the Capricorn Cancer axis. That's on your health axis, Leo. All right? But what this opposition is, it's like this tug-of-war between power and protection, duty and care. And it's all about how you handle this opposition. Move toward the energy of Jupiter. Absorb it. It's, Jupiter's expansion, protection, comfort, opportunity. Jupiter's exalted, so very strong. But that said, so is Mars, okay? So if there's a true face-off here, it's Jupiter and Mars. So you could feel, based on how you handle any energies, should anything come up, right? You could feel extra nurturing or sensitive or defensive or reckless. Yeah. Again, there may be something here
mostly for you around health and health matters. That includes mental health and spiritual health, but also work, home, work, home. All right. Venus involved. This is really great. Like any courage pays off here, but Venus involved, there really can be some payoff, literally, because Venus is money, right? And Jupiter expands, is generous. Same thing with relationships. You could have these really feel-good moments. Just avoid overspending. That would be the lower expression of Jupiter, right? And the Sun, your ruler, all about validation, recognition. Here, just avoid overconfidence. Yeah, it's overdoing. It's that surplus, that lower expression of Jupiter. But you do have the benefit of Mercury in Capricorn, which is sensible, right? Sensibility, it's logical thinking. So this opposition is all about tempering expectations and not expanding any conflict and being very diplomatic, because the moon will be in Libra all weekend. And that is your third house of communication. And with Mars, you got a lot of energy in your sixth. You're going to have things to say, right? But here's the bigger picture. You've got Venus, Mars, Mercury, and your ruler, the Sun, in Capricorn. You got Jupiter in Cancer, and you've got the moon in Libra, okay? The moon in Libra is going to trigger the opposition. That's a T-square. It's squaring Capricorn and Cancer. But here's the other thing. Yeah, I'm not done. You have Chiron in Aries at 22. So a little out of orb, but only a few degrees. You have a grand cross of an opposite, two T-squares. We'll talk about it in the second spread, where we talk about lunations and asteroids and planetoids, but just know this could be an emotional weekend, and there could be something challenging your belief system. All right? I mean, we're talking about the moon here, and Chiron, which is old wounds, and Cancer, which is emotions. You're definitely going to have a decision to make, but you do have the advantage of this exalted Jupiter. That is in your 12th. That's really great. That's very spiritual. It's rest and retreat. Anyway, let's get started. Leo, let's see what's going on for you for June 5th to January 5th to the 11th. For Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Yeah. Leo. Leo, I do a traditional Celtic cross. How are y'all doing? I hope you're doing really well. You got a big, big, big month ahead of you. There's going to be some changes. Yes. Yes. A lot of relationship stuff too, but career looks really big. Now, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. Offers the best overview, especially for a weekly reading if we need to pull clarifiers. Oh, you know we will. And Leo, y'all are amazing. You were you know that you saw your 2026 forecast. What's the big news for you this year? Oh, really nice. Oh, you're and so you're good. You're really, 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 really good. So let me just pull this up. There we go. Okay, so you're gonna go to. Anyway, Leo, you got the Emperor. Talk about ownership. Talk about mastery of self. This is impressive. You are owning everything. He's the ruler, okay? Not only of his kingdom, but his destiny as well. That's how much power the Emperor has. There's a lot of passion here. You're known for passion. You're really connecting with that, with his red cloak, and you see the armor underneath, well protected. Oh, world in his hand, all of that. Even the Egyptian Ankh, this driving life force. You are truly the author of your story. That matters. You are, ooh. You're owning things. This is really great. Okay. That's power. That confidence. Look at what it brings. The Nine of Cups and the heart of your spread. Oh my gosh. What? You're good. AF. You've got the Nine of Cups, which is a card of complete and total elation and satisfaction. Oh my goodness. This is joy. This is the wish come true card. I say he's sitting there like a genie in a bottle. He's proud of himself. Remember, I said this is going to be a week where you're going to step back and be like, I did that. I took charge. I made that happen. Wow. Amazing. All right. That's truly amazing. And remember, when Mercury sextiles the North Node in Pisces, your eighth, that's strong. That's big. That is investments. That's money. That's, again, relationships, deepening relationships. It's, loans and taxes. It's finances. It's shared resources. But then remember that Virgo energy is your second house of income. So you got so many things that are tied to profession, career, work. And even if you're not here for that, just your passions. Yeah. Amazing. Something's happening for you. You also got the 10 of Pentacles. It is in your challenge area. So a biggest thing that's coming up for me is like there may be some home stuff, okay? There may be something there. And then remember, Capricorn season, it really truly is all about your legacy, but then so is, the eighth house has an element of that. It's going all the way because it's limitless energy, it's depthless, right? And so there is some energy here where that may be some focus for you. Especially this card is highly associated with inheritance. Your, North Node is there, South. Saturn and Neptune is in your eighth as well. And then this card is also, it's the you made it card. It is success. All right. So this is really, really, really nice. But with that 10 of Pentacles, money, wealth, etc., material possessions as well, it does look like there's something adjustments here. You're going to make a really big adjustment, okay? And this card is a Virgo card, so it might have to do with not only money and finances, but again, your values, all right? So there may be something here, especially around that opposition, all right, over the weekend. Now, the other thing is, it is a 10, so it is indicating there may be something here that you really wanted, but it's you that's making this change. Just do it with that disciplined energy that Saturn Capricorn season requires, all right? Because look, you got the Eight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. The Eight of Cups is like you saying, yeah, I am going to leave this. I am going to leave this. I talked about his red cloak. Hello, right? Passion, feeling empowered, making the move. He's walking away from those cups. You see the eclipse? Yeah, it's a big moment. You're prepared for this. You're moving out of one direction, moving into another. He's moving up to higher ground. And Pisces card too, right? Your eighth house is transformation. Yeah, the Knight of Pentacles. Interesting. Very interesting, because the Knight of Pentacles is Virgo. And so again, you do see, if you look down your cross, a lot of money stuff. You got Pisces, Virgo. Yeah, that's your money axis. All right. So Knight of Pentacles just happens to be money related. It's Pentacles. But again, it doesn't have to be. It can be just things in your physical world, your material world, material possessions. It can be like relationships, whatever resonates with you, whatever you want to take for the long haul. That's what this card is. Having that patience and discipline and determination, diligence, really connected to your future. And then you have the Two of Wands. So it's very interesting because this is indicating a lot of change that you create, right? Starting off with the Emperor and you being satisfied. Everything's moving in your direction. And then you have that Two of Wands. which is a strong card. He's at the top of his castle. He's got an amazing view. He's taking a little bit of a pause because he's, you know, think of I don't know, the 14th century, 15th century, whenever, when, you know, 14th century when tarot came out. He won this big war. Yeah. He won a huge war. What do you do after you win a huge war? What's next, right? And so it's just kind of making plans. That's what you're going to be doing. You've made these accomplishments. You've gotten what you want. What's next, right? But what you didn't lose, you got the only two people in all of tarot who does have the world in their hands. So you do have this sense of mastery of self, like I said earlier, okay, throughout your journey. And it just feels like moving in a different direction, being in another situation, right? Like a new job or a career or anything that I said earlier, but now in a different capacity. So this is new horizons. All right, let's get to your stuff. You're good. Listen, you, Leo, come on. Y'all are amazing. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. I want to tell me what's going on. Y'all got a lot happening. And then remember, everything's leading up to that new moon in Capricorn. And then you have all this partnership energy that's going to be a lot more, you're going to have a lot more emphasis on that. Even contracts. But yeah, what is it? Bite? What's the hype? Hype this video. Anyway. All right. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. You got the Magician and the World and the Sun. Take it away. You're good. Wow. The Magician put all of this energy into the new. All right. Sure, you have the 2 wands in your future, but you can't stand there forever, right? You got to eventually move and take inspired action, put wheels in motion, move the needle forward, right? Magician, as above, so below, creating this new reality, this new world. But it requires self-belief. Have all of that. I don't think it's going to be a problem at all. This is so much motivation here. And then you have the World in your external factors area. All right. And so that's indicating you want change. You want one chapter to end and another one to begin. Like I said, you are the author of your story. And you're about to write this new chapter. It's amazing. So also remember, be proud of yourself. This is achievements. You made it. This is the end of the major arcana. This is the end of the Fool's journey. You see that wreath here? Yeah, here. It's referencing the Fool, card 0. There's something new that's happening here. All right? You're even here, the 4 fixed signs, right? You see you. There's this stability, right? Moving into this new chapter, and you've got that Sun. Oh, you just want to be authentically you. This is optimism. This is your ruler. This is high frequency. And there is this sense of rebirth here as well. And so you're in it to win it with all the right reasons. And then you have that 7 of Swords. So unpack. Okay. This is saying there may be something that you're still holding close to your chest. But I would prepare now. Remember, when we get to the end of January, when we got a 5-planet conjunction in Aquarius with Pluto in Aquarius, having 4 conjunctions in Pluto, all about truth coming to the surface. Pluto digs, yeah? This is an Aquarius card. It's attributed to the moon in Aquarius. And so that's great because the Aquarius is all about your future, right? He's looking back. All right. So there may be something here that You, again, this is all about being honest with yourself. Sure, swords are communication. It's the mental suit. It's ideas. It's all of that. But swords ultimately are truth. Yeah. And so there also could be someone, who is, you got to catch him. You got to catch. This card is associated with lying and cheating and stealing and deception and thievery and things like that. Things like that. It's very Machiavellian. And so just be mindful. There may be someone who's doing a little, and you might discover that around the full moon that you started off with, or even the opposition over the weekend. I'll clarify that. 7 of Swords. Leo, let's and then you got the 7 of Wands. Interesting. Huh. And that's your card, by the way, the 7 of Wands. Very interesting. And then you got the Fool. All right. You're good. You know how rare this is, right? I can't even. You got the only two people with the world. Down your cross. You're on the nodal axis, all this, North Node in Pisces, South Node in Virgo, and then all these major arcana in your salve. You have the World, but then you also got the Fool. What is going on? And interestingly, Aquarius card, Leo card, right? Your opposite sign, the nodes shifting to Aquarius, Leo for 2026. That 7 of Wands really is, there is this competitive spirit here. This is all about valor. Remember I said like being valiant and heroic. There it is. There it is. So maybe it's some truth that you uncover and people are like, what? Why did you tell everybody that we're the ones that take the red M&Ms? Like whatever it is, there is a little bit of, all right, gotcha. But then, hey, everything changes anyway. Everything changes anyway. You have the Fool. There's your new journey. That adventure-seeking energy. You got the full abundance of the sun, right? Optimism and opportunities. And this is you taking that leap of faith. And that requires confidence. You have plenty of it. You're going to be good. You're going to be good. There's a little bit of back and forth here, a little bit of not seeing eye to eye with someone. It could even be people. It could be colleagues and employees because you have so much energy around the workplace, right? But in the end, whatever it was meant for you to take that leap into something new. You're going to be really, really good, especially anchored by that 9 of Cups. Leo, thanks so much. Next week, you have, we'll dig deeper in the aspects. Remember, we have 3 days, 15 aspects. I mean, it's bananas. And yes, tier 3 members, really good and legendary members for the second spread. You know where to find the link. We are going to talk about all these just the moon conjuncting the south node that's going to trine the triple kazimi, the cardinal grand cross over the weekend, even Juno being in the mix. You're signing something. Anyway, Leo, thanks so much. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you subscribe, share, hype, leave comments. Tell me what's going on. I want to hear from you. This is a big week. All right. Thanks so much, Leo. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.